Okay, hi everyone.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome to show number 2 of In the Center of the Circle. And it's my great pleasure to have my dear friends Jeanette and Jonas with us tonight. And let's see, I'm wondering if I can be heard. Can we see? Can everybody saying hello?
Oh, wow. From Colorado,
cool.
from
All right.
Florida,
Okay.
Texas. Awesome.
Okay. So we're going to start with a chant. I'd like everyone to just take a deep breath and get grounded. Welcome to everybody from whatever time zone you happen to be in. This is a chant by my friend Michael Stillwater. It's called I'm Opening. And it's got 3 different parts. Actually, it has 4, but we're just going to do 3. I'm going to teach you each one. Jeanette and Jonas will sing them with me, and then we'll split into all 3 for you. Here's the first one. I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening to the Spirit of love. I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening to the Spirit of love. Second part. Let thy love flow through me. Let thy love flow through me. Let thy love flow through me. Let thy love flow through. Next, I'm opening my heart like a flower to the sun. Everybody, I'm opening my heart like a flower to the sun. So, what we're going to do now is I'm going to sing each of those, and then we'll have all 3. We'll fan out into all 3, and you can follow me or you can sing whichever one speaks most to your heart. Here we go. I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening to the Spirit of love. I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening to the Spirit of love. Second one, let thy love. Let thy love flow through me. 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 Next one. I'm opening my heart like a flower to the sun. I'm opening my heart like a flower to the sun. I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening to the Spirit of love. I'm opening, I'm opening, I'm opening to the Spirit of love. Let thy love flow through me. Let thy love flow through me.
I'm opening. I'm opening to the Spirit of love.
Last time.
I'm opening. I'm opening. I'm opening to the Spirit of love.
Deep breath in, everybody. Let's enjoy that energy we just created with the chant. Okay. Well, I am very, very excited to be with two of my pals. two of my pals who live in my neighborhood, I'm happy to say. Actually, I have moved to their neighborhood.
Oh.
They've been here a lot longer than I have. This is Jeanette, and this is Jonas.
Hi, everybody.
And we've been friends for a long time. In fact, the first time we ever performed together, we were playing in a Neil Diamond tribute band.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
we traveled to Malaysia
Yes, we
with
did.
that band. And then I can't remember how many years later, the year of the tsunami.
2004.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
always forget what
we
that
were
year
on tour over there.
Yeah,
when that
we
happened.
went over as part of. I was a part of the band that Jeanette and Jonas headed up, which was Abracadabra, an avid tribute band, and we had some very interesting adventures over there, being over there when the tsunami was happening.
We're lucky to be here.
Yes, we are. And so here we are, many years later, and not only are they continuing to do that, but they wear a number of different hats. They write their own songs. They are producing other artists, they are traveling, they are just doing a number of things, and I'm just going to let them tell you about that. So, but first, I just want to say welcome,
Thank you.
and
Appreciate
let's just see who else we have here. We've got. I'm just leaning forward so I can see better. Meryl, thank you for saying the sound is perfect. There's my mom just logged in. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
My mom in Eastern Canada, and Vicky, who is in from Monterey, California. So, and I think Jana is in Las Vegas. So I think we've got people in from everywhere. So I'm very grateful to have all of you here. And let's see. Let's have a look and see where you guys want to jump in. Well, I asked Jeanette and Jonas before they came today. Seeing as the show in the center of the circle is all about community, fostering community, celebrating community, I wanted to ask them how they do that in their lives, and they wrote back a whole bunch of things. So let's just dive in and talk about that. Writing songs with others was the first thing that you wrote. Do you guys do a lot of co-writing?
We do a lot of co-writing. I just feel that's a really good way to just to share ideas and to build community within our our musical family.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the people that you write with, I know Ron Irving. For those of you who don't know Ron Irving is a very high-profile local singer-songwriter and has written songs for Celine Dion,
Anne Murray, Celine
Anne
Dion,
Murray,
Michael Bublé.
Michael Bublé. So yeah, he's written with a number of people as well as with these two. Are there people that you've written? There was a fellow in New York, Montreal, that you were working with.
Yes,
Sylvain Boucher.
He's a great writer. He worked with Cirque du Soleil for many years and brought a lot of that knowledge and love to the table when we were writing. So we had a great time writing and collaborating with Sylvain.
So you didn't have to like juggle or
No.
jump off of trampolines.
No.
Okay, just checking.
Good.
Because then you need danger pay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. So aside from Ron and Sylvain, are there other people that you've written
Oh
with?
yeah, lots. Warren Flanders.
Warren
Dean Flanders. Adam Lucas from
Daniel Lucas from
And these are
Australia.
all. Oh, okay. So people that you've met in your travels.
Yeah.
People
all
that
over the
we've
world,
met
yeah.
in our travels, people that we feel a synergy with, that maybe we could have something powerful to say together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Nathan Aswell.
Nathan Aswell.
I know
Pretty
him.
good.
He's a good personal friend of mine.
Yeah, us too.
Cool. Kindness Rocks. Tell everyone a little bit about Kindness Rocks.
Yeah.
Kindness Rocks is a program that we started in 2006, and it's a big rock show, and we do it for kids. We bring it into communities. Generally, what we'll do is we'll turn a high school gym into a big rock concert setting, and all of the music we do has positive messages, and we share personal stories, and the whole intent behind Kindness Rocks is to promote kindness to self, to others, and to the planet. So that's the focus of it.
And to prevent bullying.
Prevent bullying, prevent violence, prevent depression, all of that stuff. And we do it through music and laughter and personal stories and dance. And
we include the kids in the show as well. So we'll go in a couple weeks beforehand and rehearse with the kids so they become part of the show.
Nice.
So they have dancers or choir or even film students will do documentaries on it, or technical kids that are into doing technical stuff. They'll help run the lights and the sound and stuff.
Nice.
So it's kind of a real connecting sort of experience for everybody. So
yeah.
And
cool.
before we went live, you guys, Jeanette, you were talking about the power of vulnerability.
Yes,
And
that's it's interesting because we will be in a gymnasium filled with generally about 1,000 kids, and we're often asked, like, well, how do you get their attention, and how do, like, if you guys are just talking, how do they listen? And we find that the more honest and vulnerable we are with them, the quieter the room gets. And
they actually drop their iPhones for a little bit and actually watch.
yeah, and because we're not there saying, oh, we're the best people in the world and we're so kind and this is how you should be perfect. It's more of saying, these are some of the experiences that we went through, and we even share things that we're embarrassed about, or times that we've really failed ourselves, and we share about that. It's like so we don't like to come across like lecturing to them or that we're perfect. It's like we want to share all our vulnerabilities, and I think that really lets them feel, I don't know, there's a certain intimacy that happens with that. And
kids are very smart. They're very intuitive. They can sense if it's real or not, right? So we try to be as real as we can and share as honestly as we can about being bullied or being a bully, because we've all been in situations where we've done both growing up, to try and fit in, right?
Yeah, or how our conditioning, growing up through, our upbringing or certain experiences that you'll have, and how that will play out for us. I share some really personal stories about, growing up with an alcoholic father, and I'm sure that there's other kids in the room that can relate to that. And then we have someone else that will share about what it was like, moving to Canada, not knowing the language, and so it comes from all different angles, and we feel really passionate about that program. I just think that if we can plant some little seeds in our youth, of empathy and compassion and forgiveness and kindness, and also empowerment, like to let them know that they are so important and they are so powerful as individuals. And that's really how we start. We're here because you guys are the most important people in the world.
You're our future.
You're our future. So that's why we want to connect with them.
Cool. Well, it sounds like we should play a song from that show.
Yeah,
Is
that sounds
Butterfly in the show?
Yeah, we have played Little Butterfly.
Little Butterfly, I'm sorry.
In the show. Yeah.
So this is Little Butterfly, and it's one of the songs by. I always call you guys Jeanette and Jonas, but you actually have it on the site as Jonas and Jeanette. So
Yeah.
I think that was your choice. I wanted Jeanette and Jonas, but
Yeah, sure. You wanted your name first. Admit it.
no, truthfully, I wanted.
I just thought Jonas and Jeanette sounded better. I don't know.
Okay.
We actually wrote this one with Ron Irving too.
Oh,
Yes.
Speaking of Ron Irving.
Yes.
nice. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did. I noticed that earlier. Okay. Little Butterfly by Jonas and Jeanette.
I used to hide my light and never speak my heart. Didn't want to shine too bright, so I hid in the dark. I wasted so much time pleasing everyone. I was lost inside, just waiting for the sun. But I don't wanna live my life for Too many times I've left my dreams on the shelf, but they've been waiting so patiently. I'm taking them down now for everyone to see. It's a beautiful world, so celebrate your life today. It's your turn to be more than you've ever dreamed. Can you feel the transformation happening inside? Emerging like a little butterfly. Celebrate all success as if it were your own. Spread the word that there's enough for everyone. Don't stand in the way of your hopes and dreams. And don't be afraid to be the best that you can be. Now is the time to push your fear aside. Let go of the light, allow your light to shine. It's a beautiful world, so celebrate your life today. It's your turn to be more than you've ever dreamed. Can you feel the transformation happening inside? Emerging like a little butterfly. If you only knew the truth of who you were, or how you grew into a precious flower, into a fly, just like a butterfly, without any fear inside. It's a beautiful world, so celebrate your life today. It's your turn to be more than you've ever dreamed. Can you feel the transformation happening inside? Emerging like a little butterfly. It's a beautiful world, so celebrate your life today. It's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful world. Can you feel the transformation happening inside? Emerging like a little butterfly. I used to hide my light and never speak my heart. Now I'm gonna shine so bright.
Beautiful.
Thanks for jumping in on
Jonas and Jeanette, Little Butterfly, on in the center of the circle, episode number 2. Let's just have a look and see what people are saying. Let's see. Everybody's voice is being echoed. Okay. Good. Okay.
Cool.
It looks like my mom is having technical difficulty. But aside from that, aside from that, everybody looks like they're having fun. Good luck, Mom. Hope you figure it out. And if not, I have the recording I can share with you later.
Thank you,
Okay.
Jana and Lisa. Thank you.
Oh, thank you
and
so much.
Vicky.
Cool.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's nice. I wish we could hear you. We can't hear you, but we can see you, and that's a lovely thing. Okay, so where were we? We were talking about Kindness Rocks, and something that we talked a little bit about before showtime again is another way that you guys lead and build community, of course, is being parents.
Yes.
So you are the mom of 3 beautiful daughters who are how old now?
Oh yes, I'm the daughter of 3 beautiful daughters.
Sorry, I'm the mother.
You're the
of
mother.
you.
I'm the
My
mother.
apologies.
I'm a daughter too, but in this case, it's the mother. I am the mother of 3 beautiful girls, and they're 24, almost 21, and 19.
Wow.
Yeah,
Holy
so they're
cow.
all ladies now.
Yeah.
Young ladies.
And all beginning to sing too, right? Or
Well, one
two
of them.
The,
Oh,
the middle one
okay.
is
One of
really
them.
passionate about it. The other
Yeah,
two have a
the
lot
middle
of it.
one, this is full on what she wants to do. She's just finishing up a music program at Selkirk College up in Nelson, and
Cool.
so she's the, and then our eldest daughter is in school to be a physiotherapist, and our youngest daughter is a flight attendant for Air Canada Rouge. So they're all doing
Now,
their thing.
the Selkirk College, did you say? In
Yeah.
Nelson.
Yeah.
Nelson is about 9 hours away from Vancouver, for those of you not
Northeast,
in
yeah.
BC.
Yeah, close to
and-
the Rockies, a little
And
closer.
please tell everybody what their names are. I love this. Listen to their names.
Bridget is the eldest, and Antoinette is the middle one, and Nicolette is the
Bridget,
youngest.
Antoinette, and Nicolette.
Love that.
Yes.
3 Musketeers.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Now, Jonas, you came into a family.
I did.
How long have you guys been a couple now? Because for me, it's forever. I still remember
yeah.
the dark days before you were. That's like a million years ago, and
15 years.
I still remember when that happened.
Yeah.
It was a lovely thing when it happened. But 13 years ago.
15 years.
15 years.
Yeah.
So, what was it like to come in as a man to start a relationship with this woman who had 3 daughters? How did that work for you?
Yeah,
How
well, I
did
mean,
work
it
for them?
was really tricky off the top because I really cared and wanted to make sure that they didn't feel, intimidated by me trying to get in between the relationship with their biological fathers. That was really important for me to be there and support them and to be that father figure, but always make sure that they had a great relationship with their dad and do whatever I could to support that and not make them feel that I was trying to step in on that. So it was tricky because they were really young when we first got together, and but it's just been such an amazing journey. I learned so much about myself having them in my life. And, I'm not going to lie, there was some challenges along the way, but, it's just so many hidden treasures in in the relationships now. Like, we are so close. I feel so loved and appreciated, and I hope they feel the same way. That's how I feel about them. And it's been an incredible journey. As I say, it hasn't always been easy, but now it's incredible. It's beautiful treasures.
Can you share a story with us about how they, and I know, I completely get that they've enhanced your life, they've made you a better man, a better person, but can you give us like a concrete example of something that you'd be willing to share about that?
Well, it was a big shock for me because it's such a big family that Jeanette's family is a really big family. I'm an only child. So I came from, it's just me and my mother and father. So I really learned how to give and receive and when to step back and because when I grew up on my own, it was just me. The whole world kind of revolved around me, and that was my ego and all that stuff. But I was the only person that ever got the attention because I was the only child. So going to the situation where there's a family, I really had to learn to sit back and listen, and that was one big thing I've learned in my life. I'm still learning. How do I listen better, and how do I really be present without having to be the center of attention? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's one little tidbit.
And have you? I'm sure you have had feedback from one of them, some of them, all of them, about how you have enhanced their lives.
Yeah, I mean, I think that when they were younger, they had a tough time expressing exactly how they felt. But as they've gotten older, they've all written me beautiful letters in the past expressing how much it's made a real difference in their life, that I've been there for them in a lot of ways that were important to them. And just to be, for me, I really I pride myself on trying to be integral with my word. If I say I'm going to be there and I'm going to do that, I never want to let them down. So I can't remember ever saying I was going to do something or be somewhere and not following through with that. So I think that they've all acknowledged that I've really been there for them in many different ways, and makes me feel good. Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. And that's no small feat, considering how much you guys travel and move around. I mean, how do you do that? How do you manage to stay a person of your word and...
Well, if you can't make something, say I can't make it.
Right. Just being honest.
Just be honest. I mean, and we want to be there for our children and for anybody else for that matter as much as we can be. But obviously life happens, and sometimes you have other obligations or you can't be. So just be straightforward and honest. Say, hey, I'd love to be there, which I would, but I've already got this, I've got that. And when we were traveling, we would never go away for very long. I mean, when they were younger, maybe a week, maybe tops. But we'd also try, we'd bring them with us too. A lot of the times we'd have our kids with us as much as we could anyway. So yeah, so it's been an amazing journey. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Okay, so kind of to me, it feels like a natural extension. This whole being parents and kind of just fostering these younger beings. Now you're doing that with artists.
Yeah.
Right? So I know that there's a fellow you've spoken to me a few times about him from Australia, who is a Michael Bublé. You have created a Michael Bublé tribute show around him.
Yeah.
And you're also beginning to write with him.
Yeah, but we had him come to be the lead of this Michael Bublé style show we do. It's called Sway, and it's the music of Michael Bublé, Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett, all of that wonderful stuff. So he stars in that show, so that gives him some good sustenance and stage experience. Adam Lucas.
Adam Daniel Lucas is the name of his original career. Is Adam Daniel Lucas.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so we actually it's a funny story. We were up in Whistler, which is like about 2 hours from here. Beautiful mountains. We had a show and we had taken an extra day to just chill out. And we were in our hotel room and we hear this beautiful voice and piano coming from somewhere.
We're like,
in
where's
the
that
hallway.
coming from? We got to find
Where
that.
is that voice? And so we went down the hallway and we come across this scruffy looking kid with a backpack and this big frizzy hair, just playing piano and singing. And he had only been in the country for 3 weeks. He had just come from Australia, 19 years old, had heard that Vancouver was like Hollywood North. So he came here to pursue his dream of being like a professional singer and actor. And so we just kind of sat back and listened to him for a while, and he's such a beautiful singer. It just really struck us, and we happened to have a role open in this show that we needed somebody for, and so we just like, hey, who are you? And long story short, he came down to Vancouver like a couple weeks later and did a formal audition for us, and so we hired him for that show, and then he started sharing some of his original songs that he wrote, and long story short, here we are 2 years later, and we signed a management deal with him. We've written half an album with him so far, and so we're really passionate about trying to help his career, and as Jonas and I get older, it's less focus on us.
Are you guys getting older?
Well, yes, a little bit. Don't tell anybody.
This is photoshopped here live, right?
Yeah. But we feel passionate about helping other artists, to kind of realize their dreams and fulfill their destiny. So we're really enjoying that process.
Let's do another song.
Absolutely.
Give Love. Tell us about Give Love.
Give Love. Actually, we wrote this song as an opening for the World Kindness Concert. We produced the World Kindness Concert.
Tell everybody about the World Kindness Concert.
Yeah, the World Kindness Concert. It's a pretty special event that has been happening here in Vancouver. It was created by a lovely gentleman named Brock Tully, and Jonas and I jumped on board a few years ago to help him produce the show, and so we would get lots of wonderful artists. I think you've been involved in it a few years.
Yes, I certainly have.
We just share music and build community.
So yeah, we wrote the song as kind of an opener to the show to kind of make it
give a little bit of bada bing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
we'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Give Love by Jonas and Jeanette.
Sometimes my heart feels heavy when I see all the pain in our world. I try to be the change that I want to see and hope that we can make the turn. The light grows brighter every day, giving us strength and shining the way. So give love like there's no tomorrow. It's alright, there's enough to share. enough to share. Be the light, turn away from sorrow. Open up your heart and let it grow. Give love like there's no tomorrow. Together we are strong when we're on common ground. My friends, it won't be long, we can turn it all around. Together we are strong when we're on common ground. My friends, it won't be long, we can turn it all around. Yeah, 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 yeah. So give love like there's no tomorrow. It's alright, there's enough to share. Be the light, turn away from sorrow. Open up your heart and let it grow. Open up your heart and let it flow. Give love like there's no tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
Give Love by Jonas and Jeanette. You, for those of you who are joining us a little late, this is episode 2, show number 2 of In the Center of the Circle, and I have called 2 of my dear friends into the center of the circle, Jeanette and Jonas, Jonas and Jeanette, whichever. Friends of mine who live literally just down the street from me here in White Rock, BC, Canada, the closest we can get legally to the American border.
Yes, very close.
Yes.
Without crossing it and working over there. So what else do we need to talk about? What else do people need to know about you guys? You serve in a number of different ways. You're producing other artists. You're interested in putting other people front and center. You said something interesting before, Jeanette, about connecting people.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that we're really passionate about is helping people to be sustainable in the arts and be sustainable doing what they love to do. We love to connect people that we see could help each other with their dreams. We love to plant seeds in other people's gardens, and
Love that.
most of the time that fruit will grow over the fence and we'll have an apple or something to munch on.
I mean,
but that's not why we do it.
For us with our business and actually in our life in general, we like to be involved in projects that create win-win-win situations, so that it's always a fair exchange, and everybody benefits. Not only ourselves but the other person that we're creating with or doing business with, and then also a third win, whether it be for an audience or an unsuspecting person, or how can we create win-win-win situations that benefit everybody involved. And we feel that through doing stuff like that, it creates this sort of moving, sustainable, sort of growing energy. It's hopefully positive, and it's making a positive difference in the world.
We really want to try and live our lives as potently as possible and be of the highest service possible for what we have. So, we look in our toolbox and see, okay, what do we have to offer,
In the toolbox,
this world in our little toolbox, and, that's how we like to live our life. And
Can you share? I loved what you said earlier about asking the right questions.
That's a big thing.
We're kind of big on like asking ourselves big questions, like how can we be of the highest service today? And there's such a big difference between asking a question like that and, why do bad things always happen to me, or why does my life suck?
Or how come nothing's happening?
How come nothing good ever happens? Like if you think that what the answer to that could be, it can only be something negative. If you ask, how come bad things always happen to me? You set yourself up for a failing response to that question. But if you ask a question like, how can I live in the most joy today? Or what can I do that would be the highest service today? Or when you ask those questions, then I feel like the universe has to answer them. So when you ask like questions that can only have a good answer to them, that's a good start.
Good strategy.
There are some other questions that I thought of asking Jeanette and Jonas, and I'm being the Virgo that I am, of course. I spoke about all these things before we went online because I just wanted to make sure that we could use the time most effectively. And a couple of the questions that I asked were, what I call, what I'm learning from the speaking world, the phrase "wake up call," a point in your life where there was a transition, something happened, and both of you had interesting things to say, and I just would like to
Yeah, I mean,
have you talk about them
for
now.
me, having the courage to step away from my day job and really dedicate my life to music and performing and traveling and producing, and that was a big step. And I know for a lot of people, friends and different people, I know so many talented musicians that still are shackled to their day job because they're afraid of really going after their dreams or really feeling that they're supported. Where, it's been going now. I think the last time I had a day job was probably about 13 or 14 years ago, and I'm totally supported. It doesn't mean that it doesn't go without some ups and downs, and you don't know what's around the next corner. But always, 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 I feel that when you really try to follow your purpose and your passion, and use the gifts, the tools that you have in your toolbox, and you go with strength and faith and passion, you're always supported. And the universe steps up to the other 50% of it to make sure that you can live your ultimate purpose and dream, right?
And something I didn't ask you before that I'm glad I'm thinking to ask you this now. Was there someone who inspired you to take that step?
Well, yeah, it was actually, my friend Bobby Bruce and Jeanette, actually, because Bobby, that's how we all met, is through the Nearly Neil.
Yeah, Bobby was the Neil Diamond, is the Neil Diamond impersonator. He continues to work
Nearly
in and
Neil,
around
yeah.
Vancouver.
And the world, yeah, he's great. And so we'd been friends since we were 10 years old, and we'd kind of split off, and then we came back together in my late 20s, and he gave me an opportunity to start making steady revenue in the music business again. And then so as that started to get busy, we also created other shows, the ABBA show, Abracadabra. And then we started to become sustainable with that. And then we created more shows, and then all these other opportunities, and got to a point where like, hey, you know what, I think we can do this. And so he was probably, you and Jeanette and Bobby were probably my catalyst, or gave me enough faith to go, I can jump from this lily pad to that lily pad and be okay. But
it is terrifying, sometimes. We live in this monetary world. We live in this financial world that you have to find your place in. And it's tragic and sad that there's a lot of people that are not doing really what they're here to do, or are really expressing their gifts fully of what they love to do because of that financial fear. And so that's why we're really passionate about trying to create sustainability for others. It's always, for Jonas and I, it's always us and others. It's never just us. Like, it's never just focused on us. It's bring as many people to the mountaintop as we can possibly carry, or help or support.
So what was your process of getting started, finding your voice?
Well, I had a turning point, probably just before Jonas and I got together, like maybe 16, 17 years ago, where my marriage was kind of ending, and the system that I had with my ex-husband was I was the primary, homestay mother, home giver. That's what caregiver. What am I trying to say?
Caregiver, home taker.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take care of the kids.
Homemaker.
And so here I was finding like, okay, well, I'm now like a single mom, and I'm looking in my toolbox, and I'm like, okay, I'm a singer, and I'm a songwriter, and I've had some waitressing experience, like you starting out now, what do I do? Because it's kind of all on me. And so that was the turning point. I had read a really awesome book by Melody Beattie called Finding Your Way Home. And that really helped me a lot. And it was just diving right into my fear and just feeling the fear. She taught me in that book how to just totally embrace the fear and feel it fully, and then just do it anyway, and then just go for what you want anyway. So I started taking the baby steps, to working as a singer and trying to create sustainability for myself, singing jingles, taking it any gig that I could, then just starting to do my own thing to try and generate revenue. And then before I knew it, it was like, oh, okay, I think I'm okay. I'm actually making a living and doing this, and it just kept growing. And what I found was like when you lead your own parade, like when you're like, da, 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 and then you look back and there's all these other forces that come to join the parade with you and to help, and the universe steps in, and and it all just flowed. So.
And again, I want to ask you: was there someone that kind of inspired you, or just supported you, was just kind of encouraging you as you moved into this?
Well,
next chapter,
actually, like, Jonas, Bobby, there's a lot of like musical friends around that, and new people that just kind of came out of the woodwork that, presented an opportunity here or an opportunity here. And so it was like a combination of just different, beautiful, inspiring souls that kind of came into my life that, helped me on my journey. And
I think it's something that I'm trying to be more aware of, is to always be open to the synchronistic connections and opportunities that the universe is presenting to you.
Yeah.
What's that one story about a guy that's drowning and he's like, I'm waiting for God to come save me, or you know what I mean? Like,
the helicopter.
All these different things, and
yeah.
but no, I'm waiting for God to save me. And it's like, I've given you 3 different opportunities to be saved.
Yeah.
So just try to be open to synchronistic connections and people that are in your life, because I think that everything that we require to be happy and whole and full and successful and deliver purpose, it's all available to us if we're opening our heart and our minds and our eyes and ears.
My daughters were actually a real big inspiration and support in the way that I wanted them to. I was aware of the fact that I am their reference point to what a woman is, who a woman is, who a mother is, who a wife is, who a female is in this day and age. And so I was conscious of what I was projecting for them to receive.
Example,
Yes.
Much to be grateful for.
Oh,
yes.
absolutely.
Why don't we sing a song about that? Just saying.
Good idea.
Do you guys have something handy?
Well, we do actually have a
Yeah,
little
wrote a
ditty.
song
Yeah. Cool.
called Thank You.
Thank you.
And so, do you want to do a little bit to talk a little bit about the background of Thank You?
Yeah, actually, Thank You, we wrote also with Ron Irving, Jonas and I was actually quite a complainer. I would complain
Back
a
in the day.
lot. Yeah.
Wow, I don't know that part of you.
I'm
at
really
all.
happy you don't know that part of me, because it's not a part of me that I want to, reintroduce.
And FYI, everybody, fellow Virgo, her birthday's the day after mine. So we have a tendency to see what's missing.
Yes, so I'm a real critical thinker, always looking for how it could be better or what was imperfect about that thing. And it was really great to have the awareness, and a couple friends and my kids helped me with my awareness around being a complainer. So this song is to help combat my complaining. It's like
Get
the
into
opposite
gratitude.
of complaining, and really get into the mindset of gratitude.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Ready?
Jonas and Jeanette on In the Center of the Circle
1, 2, 3.
with a song called Thank You.
I woke up this morning feeling so empty. I wish I could go back to sleep again. I'm feeling so tired, so uninspired, already defeated before I begin. I look in the mirror, how did I get here? All I can see is what's wrong with my life. There is so much that I take for granted every single day. I just haven't taken the time to appreciate. So thank you for the air I breathe, for the home I have, the food I eat. Thank you for these eyes that allow me to see all the beauty around me. Thank you for the sunshine and also for the rain. And thank you for the gift of every day. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, not enough money, no one to love me. I'm tired of always feeling so bad. My dissatisfaction keeps on attracting more of what I don't want in my life. So many presents left unopened every single day. I haven't taken the time to open them and say thank you for the air I breathe, for the place I live where I am free. Thank you for these ears that allow me to hear all the music around me. Thank you for the dream inside that won't fade away. And thank you for the gift of every day. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, for the gift of every day. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Thank you for the air I breathe, for my health, my friends, my family. Thank you to my faithful dog who loves me unconditionally. And thank you to the stranger who sends a smile my way. And thank you for the gift of every day. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, for the gift of every day. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, thank you for the gift of every day.
Gorgeous. Thank you by Jonas and Jeanette on In the Center of the Circle. Well, I'm wondering if anybody out listening has any questions for Jeanette and Jonas and Jeanette. Let's just have a look and see. I'm waiting. Okay, well, I'm leaning forward. Is there anything else that you guys want? Oh, what's next? What's coming? What's going on?
Wow.
A bit of traveling.
Yeah, a little bit of traveling. We'll
Arizona.
be going to Arizona on Saturday.
Yeah, West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Doing some stuff.
And this is with the
ABBA show we'll be doing. We also have some local stuff with the Abracadabra show in Vancouver.
Yeah.
What are the dates?
The dates, you gave me dates earlier. Let's have a look. We have the ABBA show happening on April 11th at the Edgewater Casino in Vancouver, on April 30th at Cascades Casino in Langley, and on May 8th at the Mary Winspear Center in Victoria, which takes a little bit of work to get there from here, but not too much. Just one ferry ride.
And Jana is asking, what is our website and what is
Yes.
Mooncoin?
Yes.
Talk about Mooncoin.
Way to like jump the gun there, Jana.
Thanks, Jana.
There are three websites that I was just about to share. Jeanette and Jonas, their music is on jonasandjeanette.com. That's JONASANDJEANETTE.com. Their kind of flagship site where you can kind of learn everything about them is mooncoinproductions.com, MOONCOIN Productions. And kindnessrocks.net is where you can learn more about the show that they do. High schools or high schools and grade schools?
High schools, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Theaters.
Great.
Yeah, but Jana asked, what is Mooncoin? Mooncoin is a tiny little town in Ireland, about 15 minutes away from Waterford, and that is where my ancestors are from. That's where my dad grew up, and my grandfather was a great drummer and band leader in the little town of Mooncoin.
So it was funny because we were just walking. There's lots of we're so blessed to live in this area. There's so many beautiful places to walk, and we were walking in this one area, and it was before I'd been into Ireland at that point. We've been there since, and I'm like, this looks like what I can imagine that Ireland would look like. So it was just all this overgrown ivy and stuff like that. And she goes, oh yeah, she says this kind of reminds me of, this little area reminds me of my home, my father's hometown, Mooncoin. I'm like, Mooncoin? I'm like, never heard of that. That sounds kind of cool. I'm like, cool name for like a band or something like that, Mooncoin. Yeah. And then later that night we were having dinner It's actually just down the road here on the Strip. And we decided we wanted to start our own company to produce shows for ourselves and for other performers. And we said, we name our company, and so we're each had a glass of red wine. And I'm like, how about Mooncoin Productions? She's like, oh, sounds good. So we did a little chink and a cheers and sip on that, and we've been going now for what, 12 years, I guess, now with Mooncoin Productions. So.
I'm really happy to hear that story. I've known that Mooncoin is the name of the company, but I never knew the story behind it.
Yeah.
So that's
It's got a
Thank
personal.
you for asking that question.
Thank you very
Jenna.
much.
Yeah. Jana has a tendency of doing that. She asks great questions.
Cool.
What's our time like?
53.
Yeah, 53.
6:53.
Okay. Let me just see if anybody else has any questions. Any questions, anybody? I'd like to take us out with a song. If there's anything that anybody would like to ask Jonas and Jeanette while they are here, now would be the time.
We just want to say we really appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in and connecting with us virtually today. And thank you so much, Nathan, for allowing us to come by. And
Great.
just even being in your energy in general is always an awesome honor for us. And we love being with you as much as we possibly can.
And we wish you lots of success in this new endeavor. And
absolutely.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you so much.
And
spending your time with us.
Yeah, thank you both very much for saying all that. And I want to reiterate something I said last week, and something I'll probably say every week. This is a show. My purpose in doing this show is to foster community, to celebrate people who foster community in their lives, to inspire all of us. And I want this show to be the best it can possibly be for you. So I really welcome your input, your suggestions, your comments, suggestions for guests. Anything and everything is open for discussion. I really want this to be something that serves you. So please send me any of your comments. You can email me anytime at nathanaswell@me.com, nathenaswell@me.com. Let's see what other things we've got going on.
Put the website into the chat so that people can't, they're trying to spell it out.
Who is your guest next week?
Yes. Now, is that... That's funny. I'm laughing because my guest next week is Jana Stanfield.
Yay!
And that'll be fun. Jana and I will be in Las Vegas. Jana is now living in Las Vegas, so we'll ask her about that and many other things. Jana is the consummate connector. So I know that part of the reason why she's there is so that she could be close to other people that she loves and that are supporting her in her quote-unquote comeback to the speaking world. So we'll get Jana to talk all about that and many other things next week.
And someone says, will you ever perform with Nathan again?
Yes. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Exclamation.
Meaning you guys?
Yeah. Or and he's like, no.
Yeah. We just put it on for the cameras. So that's it. It's all over now. No, we certainly will. We've had many great moments together, and I'm sure we'll have many more. Okay. Any other things? No. Okay. All right. So I'd like to take us out with my chant metta, which in the Buddhist tradition means loving kindness. Very simple song. We sing in first, second, and third person, 6 different sentences, if you will, with this very simple melody. I'll just sing the melody to you once. Da 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 So we're singing exactly the same thing twice. It's just the last note that changes. So the first line that we're going to sing is, may I be filled with love, and we'll sing it in all 3. May I be filled, may you be filled, may we be filled. Oh, I just sang 2 different things. May I be filled with love is the first one. Here we go. May I be filled, may you be filled, may we be filled with love. kind to all. May I be kind, may you be kind, may we be kind to all. May I be kind, may you be kind, may we be kind to all. May I be safe from harm. May I be safe, may you be safe, may we be safe from harm. May I be safe, may you be safe, may we be safe from harm. May I be well and whole. May I be well, may you be well, may we be well and whole. May I be well, may you be well, may we be well and whole. May I be filled with peace. May I be filled, may you be filled, may we be filled with peace. May I be filled, may you be filled, may we be filled with peace. Now we sing, may happiness, may happiness, may happiness be ours. May happiness, may happiness, may happiness be ours. May happiness, may happiness, may happiness be ours. And now we're just going to end with the sound of the word Om. Sing whatever note pleases you. All notes work. All notes are fine. Here we go. Breathe whenever you need to. Harmony's welcome. Deep breath, everyone. Thank you very much, everyone. You have been a part of the second show episode of In the Center of the Circle. My guests have been Jonas and Jeanette. My name is Nathan Aswell. It's been my great pleasure to be with my two friends for the last hour. I hope it's fed you deeply. It certainly fed me deeply. And I hope you can join me next Thursday, same time, when my guest will be the lovely and talented Janice Stanfield. Love and blessings to you all.
Peace.
Have a wonderful week.
Mwah.